Did you know that 92% of people fail to achieve their New Year's resolutions? Is it because they lack self-discipline? Or, is self-discipline itself a myth? Why is it that no matter how hard we try, maintaining control over our impulses often feels like an uphill battle? Today, we're diving deep into why self-discipline is so hard and what you need to know about it. Self-discipline. We hear it all the time. The secret to success, personal growth, and achieving your dreams. It's the idea that with enough willpower, you can resist any temptation, overcome any obstacle, and stay focused no matter what. But for so many of us, no matter how many motivational quotes we read or how many times we tell ourselves to just do it, we struggle. We fail. And we ask ourselves, what's wrong with me? Is it a lack of strength? Or is there something deeper going on? In this video, we'll explore the psychology behind self-discipline, the societal expectations surrounding it, and we'll introduce you to two thought-provoking guests, Pandora and Odin. Their insights might just change the way you think about self-discipline forever. For most of us, the belief is simple: self-discipline is the key to success. Without it, we won't achieve our goals. We hear stories of successful entrepreneurs waking up at 5 a.m., athletes training for hours a day, and students studying deep into the night. All thanks to self-discipline. But here's the issue: most of us struggle to maintain this elusive discipline. We start diets and fall off. We promise to exercise but skip the gym. We commit to focusing on work, only to get lost scrolling through social media. It can feel like there's a constant tug-of-war between what we want to do and what we know we should do. But why? If self-discipline is so critical, why is it so hard to maintain? Let's look deeper into the roots of this struggle. What if we told you that your brain is hardwired to make self-discipline difficult? The very biology that governs our behavior might be working against us. Let's start with Pandora. In ancient mythology, Pandora opened a box filled with all the evils of the world. Much like her curiosity, our brains are wired to seek out short-term rewards, even when they conflict with our long-term goals. Dopamine, often called the feel-good neurotransmitter, is responsible for this. It drives us to pursue activities that bring immediate pleasure, like eating junk food, procrastinating, or endlessly scrolling online. But there's more. Odin, the Norse god of wisdom, represents a different challenge. In modern terms, Odin reminds us of the philosophical perspective that self-discipline might be more of a social construct. The idea that self-discipline is crucial to success has been shaped by societal expectations. Perhaps we're chasing something that's not universally attainable for everyone. As the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who cannot obey himself will be commanded." This suggests that those who struggle with self-discipline are often subjugated by external forces, like societal pressures, work demands, or cultural norms. It becomes a cycle where failure to control oneself leads to being controlled by others. Here's the kicker: self-discipline might not be about willpower at all. Studies suggest that people who appear to have high self-discipline aren't necessarily resisting temptation better than the rest of us. Instead, they've designed environments and routines that reduce the need for willpower. They make choices in advance that remove temptations, instead of relying on constant self-control. And here's the pivotal moment: self-discipline is less about strength of will, and more about understanding your brain, your habits, and your environment. What we think of as a battle of willpower is actually a battle with our own biology, our brain chemistry, and a world that's designed to distract us. Pandora and Odin's stories reveal that it's not always about fighting against ourselves, but about working with our nature. Recognizing that sometimes, it's the systems we create around us, the habits we cultivate, and the triggers we remove that make the biggest difference. Maybe self-discipline isn't as much about beating yourself into submission, as it is about learning to hack your own brain. Let's recap. We've explored the common belief that self-discipline is the key to success, and why so many of us struggle with it. We've learned that our brain chemistry, particularly dopamine, is driving us toward short-term rewards, making it harder to stay disciplined in the long term. We also saw that society's idea of self-discipline might be unrealistic. Instead, successful people design their lives to avoid temptation, rather than relying on pure willpower. In the end, self-discipline isn't about brute force. It's about understanding how our brains work, building systems that support us, and learning to work with, rather than against, our human nature. So, what about you? What has been your experience with self-discipline? Is it as hard for you as it is for most people? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're looking for more ways to optimize your life and personal growth, make sure to check out our other videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated. See you in the next one.